I was sat here the other day thinking how cool it would be, how awesome it would be if you had a guide for life or a set of instructions to help you through life. For those times when you feel stuck or you feel frustrated and you just don't know what to do. Now, of course, there's no such thing as there. However, you are in luck. Because over the years, I've put together what I call my 10 nuggets of wisdom. And they're the principles and rules and instructions that I've used to help me stay on top, to help me stay focused, to help me stay sane in a world that seems to go mad sometimes. And by following my 10 nuggets, they're my go-to place. I always know, or I always have a strategy in place to deal with situations that come up. And with your permission, I'd like to share them with you. And you might find my nuggets of wisdom will help you. There'll be something in there that will help you if you're feeling stuck or you need to move on. And nugget number one, and this is quite an important one, people are striving for work-life balance. But I always say there is no such thing as work-life balance. And that might sound like a contradiction in terms, but stay with me for a second. If you think about the law of attraction, the law of the universe, it says that whatever you focus on is what you attract into your life. Now, when you focus on work-life balance, you don't focus on that as a sentence. You tend to focus on the first word, work, 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 work. And guess what? When you focus on work, what's going to happen? Yes, you're going to bring work into your life, more of it. So it's more about a holistic kind of look at work-life balance. And the more you balance your life, the more everything else falls into place. My nugget number two is you've got to know what you want to achieve in life. There's no point just having a vague idea of, oh, I'd like to be a train driver or I'd like to be a hot air balloon pilot, maybe someday. Maybe someday. They just hope they're intangible things. Know what you want to achieve in life and then set your direction in that kind of pathway. That way you know where you're going to be heading. Number three, and many people struggle with this, is learning how to say no. So many people don't want to seem impolite. They like to take stuff on. So when people keep giving them things to do, they feel duty bound to say, oh, yes, I'll do that, even though they're really bogged down with what they've got. But learning to say no elegantly is a great way to free up not only your own boundaries, but to actually clear a space within your life and within your mind to be able to do things that you can actually do without bogging yourself down with too much. Nugget number four, this is a quite important one as well, is make time to work, rest and play. It's great being focused, it's great being a goal setter, it's great being an action taker, but sometimes you've got to switch off. You've got to recharge this. So it makes sense to take time out and just play whatever you like to do recreational wise. A bit of R&R really helps to put things in perspective. My nugget number five, it's important to plan your day as it is to plan your life. Now, how many people set goals? You do a 6-month goal, a yearly goal, a 2-year goal, a 3-year goal, a 5-year plan. But how many people wake up in the morning knowing exactly what they're going to do throughout the day? I do, because every single night before I go to bed, I actually write down in my diary, in my time slots, what I want to do the following day. And then when I have my shower in the morning and I do my creative visualization process, I know what I need to do next because it's all planned and written out in my diary. And doing that, I'm never scratching my head thinking what I need to do. I've always got a purpose and a direction, and I've got a plan to follow. And I find that's quite important, and you might find that quite helpful. Now, number 6, and I love this one, and it's about being fascinated, not frustrated. How many times do you come up against a situation and you get anxious or you get frustrated with it because you cannot find the answer to it? However, if you take a step back, or you look at this direction or this direction, all of a sudden it releases different chemicals in your brain. And instead of becoming anxious and worried and frustrated about it, fascination is a completely different feeling. And before you know it, the answers just seem to come naturally. Your mind just opens up and gives you the answers. Number 7, and I love this one. No matter how you plan your day, no matter how methodical you are about what you're going to do, stuff happens. Shit happens. That is life. And you might have your 1-week goal, your 3-week goal, your 6-month goal, your yearly goal, but life will trip you up sometimes and stuff happens. Shit happens. Just deal with it. It's always your perception of a situation that determines how you're going to deal with it. And if you get angry about things or frustrated, it's never going to work out. Just accept it happens, keep a positive attitude and move on. Simple, isn't it? Number 8, I love this one as well. It's about keeping your tools sharp. Now here we're not talking about your garden tools or keeping a knife sharp. I'm talking about keeping this sharp, keeping your mental agility, your mental strategies, your mental tools sharp. There's no point coming to life today with strategies from 5 years ago. It's just not going to work. And I've found that over the years, it's so much easier to be a leader than a follower. Because when you're a leader, you set the bar where you want it to be at your personal height, and people have got to follow you. However, if you're following somebody else, you've got to play catch up all the time. So I find it's easy to stay on top of my game by having the knowledge and everything up here and keeping ahead of my game. You find it will help you enormously as well. And number nine, a lot of people forget about this, but I think this is really important. Life is not about what you know, it's about who you know. And not even who you know, it's about who those people know and who those people know. So when you network, it's about networking through a room. It's about the people in your life who might know people, who might know people, who might know people. So make contact again with people that you know and just have conversations, and you will find that doors open where you didn't even think opportunity existed. And finally, number 10, my absolute favorite, attitudes are infectious. If you go through life feeling down like this, guess what? You're going to attract that into your life. One of my favorite things I always tell people is to wear your self-confidence like a shield of invincibility. And when you do, you just project positivity and confidence outwards. And when you do, what comes back to you is just awesome. It's confidence, it's positivity, it's just all these wonderful things that you want to attract into your life. So remember, attitudes are infectious. And you know it yourself, when you smile at somebody, they automatically smile back at you because you're projecting positivity. Now, these, they're not necessarily rules for life, but these have been my guidelines that have really helped me, and they still help me to this day. Now, if you would like, I'm more than happy to send you a free copy of my PDF booklet, my 10 Nuggets of Wisdom, and you can download them from this link here. Once you do that, you're also in luck, because what I will do on a daily basis, I will do a separate video and I will talk about my 10 nuggets separately, and I will give you a strategy and we'll explore them and go into more depth. So download my PDF, my 10 Nuggets of Wisdom. Look out for my daily videos. It's going to be a 10-day challenge, and every day we're going to go through a nugget, and I'm going to go through it more in depth, and I'll give you a game plan to follow for each day. And then at the end of the 10 days, get in touch with me and let me know how you got on with them. Hey! Speak to you soon. Bye for now.